Hey family, I want you to walk with me for a bit. This is Joseph X. I just saw something today, man. It really made me sick. This wasn't how I planned on doing my first YouTube video, but I gotta tag things as they come and address them as they come. One of the things that I saw today on my Instagram page, one of the things that I've been attacking, as everyone knows, is this Bernie Sanders situation going on, man. Especially like when you ask him about reparations, it's not just him, but when you got like Kamala Harris and Cory Booker and all of these Democrats. One of the things I was looking at, and that I think us as a community that we got to start addressing and really looking at it from an objective perspective. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna say that I'm biased, but I do identify as a Pan Africanist. I do believe in black nationalism. So in saying that, when I make political decisions, economic decisions, I'm looking at how is that going to benefit our whole group. All right. Now, in saying that, I'm looking at the people who are black, identify as Democrats, and are voting or looking to vote for Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris, and Cory Booker in this upcoming 2020 election. Now, from their responses on social media outlets and like the Breakfast Club, you can see that all three of them had like that babble talk. But one of the things that I really want to get into is us as black people, and also from another video that I watched, uh, considering how these youngsters were using their white privilege with Stavante Clark or his little brother, I forgot. But what we got to start looking at, man, is white allies and white contributions to social justice or economic empowerment when it comes to black people. I want you to understand something, because some black people will take this as me being hateful or other black people being hateful, but when you critique or criticize somebody, that's not being hateful. You can take that and you can use that towards your benefit, or for them to become a better person. But I really want to know, with these allies who come out here, with these people who say that they're for us, what have their contributions really brought us, including Bernie? And that's why I'm gonna get on his ass today. Because the thing that I saw that had disgusted me was that he had a picture of him being arrested during the civil rights movement. Now, and I know it's gonna be kind of hard for y'all to really, agree with me based off of emotion, because he's a very likable guy. He has some honorable things about him that I can't agree with, but I don't like him playing on my community's emotions. When you say that you were on the right side of things and you're showing this picture of you being arrested during the civil rights, and it made me think about when people were asking you about reparations. Like, if we talking about America coming together and you want to make things right, how can you go and support survivors of the Holocaust getting reparations, but when it comes to black people getting reparations, you don't have an answer for that? You don't think finances, or it really ain't got to be financial, you don't think that black people deserve that, right? Then I look at it too and I say, damn, so you don't think that we deserve it. And then on top of that, when you say that you were on the right side, you're using this picture to invoke emotions and to try to win over the black community, but you also weren't there getting arrested when Martin Luther King was talking about reparations and the economic stimulus for black people because of slavery and Jim Crow and lost economic opportunity. I'm gonna get into something personal. just to show you why there's a reason for it. See, my dad grew up in Lake Charles, Louisiana. My mother grew up in East St. Louis. I'm gonna start with my mom, even though I brought up my dad first. St. Louis used to be one city. If you go up there right now, basically what happened, I don't know if it was like around the 20s, 30s, whatever, you had economic white flight. You had a whole bunch of white jobs leave, and you had the city, I believe like after a riot or something like that, the city had broke up where they pretty much put all of the blacks in East St. Louis and all of the white people in St. Louis. And that's why if you drive over there to East St. Louis, it looks like Afghanistan. Ain't no jobs out there. I mean, it's rough. I mean, my first time going, I said, damn, is this the set of The Wire? Now, from my dad, his dad, my grandfather, he went through a thing called the 90-day rule. He's here, in the South. And the 90-day rule, as my dad had explained to me, what they would do with the black men, they would go to work for these companies. And before the 90 days came out, a week out, 5 days out, 3 days out, a day before the 90th day, when they would become full-time employees, get the benefits and stuff like that, they would lay them off. They would fire them. And then after a couple of days, call them right back to come and work for them. So using my father's situation, how far back do you think that pushed my dad? That his dad couldn't seek gainful employment, and his dad couldn't save up money for him to go to school, which means that it pushed my dad back. His father could not secure an economic ground where he could go and get life insurance and things like that, stuff like that, that was denied to black people. Pretty much all of the ways of acquiring wealth in this capitalistic system, he was prevented from. So that pushed my dad back, which guess what? I walk into that, it pushed me back. Now I'm trying to play catch up for 3 generations. And you want to sit up here and you want to say that some shit that happened to some people on the other side of the world, you can be sympathetic, empathetic, and you can vote for that. You can sign that bill, but then come around and tell my black ass no, and then want to say you're on the right side of history, you racist hypocrite. Come on, Bernie, let's talk about it. You want to bring Killer Mike and these people on? You want to bring that those 2 girls from Black Lives Matter? You want to put them on the stage and show that you're here for us? And this right here is what I'm going to get into when I talk about that. What's the real contributions that they actually bring? Because most of them are emotional. When it comes to white culture, we're dealing with black people, a lot of the things that y'all do is you attack black people's emotions, but you don't give them anything tangible. And then if you do give them something tangible, it always works out to empower you and your culture more than it does us at the end of the day. I've been peeping game on that. I'm 27. So I'm watching that, man, and I'm just like, y'all full of shit. For real. Y'all full of shit for real, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I ain't no beggar. I ain't saying that I need it, because I'm damn sure good without it. But if you're gonna be using my people's black vote to help get you in the office, you damn sure better give them something. You damn sure better give them something. Now, back onto this thing where I talk about white allies' contributions. I believe that there are 2 things that, well, what I believe that my community is not seeing is the difference between real help and fake help. right? And I'm gonna use an analogy. If I go to jail, you got two types of people, right? You got a lot of people who say, "Oh man, free my bro, free my bro," but they don't come up there to the jailhouse. They don't put no money on your books. They don't look out for your people. They don't go out there to the bail bondsman. They don't help you find a lawyer. None of that. And then you got the people who will sign their name on that bail bondsman paper, who will put up that money to come and get you out. Real tangible things. And I say that to say, man, black people, when you look at this stuff, these people could come out here, and I'm not saying that the actions are not honorable by marching with you, by going out into the hood and doing different things. But if they a real friend, if they really care, don't you think that they would be getting together with their people? Don't you think that they would be having town halls and these meetings and stuff like that, and be calling up their representatives and their legislators and saying, hey man, what y'all doing to these black people is fucked up, and we don't want this here. We're gonna propose this right here so that you can protect these people, so you can look out for these people. Because man, you gotta look at it. If you want them to use their white privilege, what you are acknowledging is that they got white power. And that's what I'm alluding to between that fake help and that real help. Use your white privilege and power to actually help black people. But they're not, and they don't. And then when you point that out, you get black people with the inferiority complexes that think, oh man, you're being hateful. I'm not being hateful. I want real help. If you say you want to be my friend, you want America to come together, we should all get along, show me the real help. What are you doing on your part? You standing side by side with me in the march, ain't getting nothing done. Call up your representative. Make these changes, just like y'all vote on everything else. Come out here, vote these damn prosecutors out who aren't prosecuting these murderers who wear a badge. Get these police chiefs out. Get these judges out. Use your pull on that. So you gotta watch that, man. You gotta watch people who will come in and, like Malcolm X said, you know, they're like foxes. They cozy up to you, and then one day, when they catch you slipping, you in their jaws. Just like on that damn movie, Get Out. You're pretending like you're cool with me, but man, you fuck around and kill me. You come sneak up, behind me and catch me slipping. So black people, please be aware of that. Charge these people with some real help and not this fake help. If that's what you're looking for, I'm not. I'm gonna stand on my own too. But I hate to see people get taken advantage of. So please be, mindful of that. Because like I heard General Setti say, got a shout out, to him. Please show me a time. It's not a lot of John Browns or John Smith, whatever that guy's name was, who gave them black people guns and they had stormed that armory. It's not a whole bunch of them. And show me a time documented where when all of these black people were being hanged and castrated and burned and lynched, where these white folks that came out, the good ones you guys claim to be, it even caused a distraction. You tell me you couldn't find one sniper to even shoot the rope? Y'all couldn't cut that mug down? Y'all ain't start no fight? Let off some firecrackers or something like that? Come on, man. I'm not falling for it. I need something real. And with you charging them to bring something real to the table, you're going to find out if they really for you or not. And you got to deal with that, and you got to accept that. Because at the end of the day, man, it's really going to come down to us doing for ourselves the current state of things. I know some of y'all don't want to deal with that shit, but what's up, man?
What's up?
I know some of y'all don't want to deal with that. Y'all don't want to accept that, but it's what it's coming to. So y'all take care. Peace. And I'll catch you on the next time. I'll probably put something up in like 2 days or whatnot. All right, man, later.